can't claim refugee status here. Africans cannot claim refugee status here. This is Del K. Bridge, and this is the real steel. The real spiel. Shiloh, stand up. Listen, to all the Cyclopses that are in the building, Adi Al-Katani, Yvonne, Sister Ann, listen to me. Black Panther X, Muriel Odette, and all of the saints that come through. In Canada, in Toronto right now, you have hundreds of Africans sleeping on the sidewalk, interestingly enough. We just swore in our new mayor the other day. Woman mayor. I think she's the first woman mayor we've had, Olivia Chow. Very liberal mayor. And what she has inherited, right on her doorstep, is a plethora of Africans who a funding project for housing for them has somehow run out, of course. And the shelter systems here are full. We have a very strong social services department here, but it is not infinite, and the shelters are full, and there's absolutely no room for these Africans all of a sudden. Now, mind you, not very long ago, we welcomed Ukrainians and Syrians in this country by the plane loads. They didn't travel in boats, they came first class. The plane loads. Canada brought them here. Canada gave them bank accounts. The banks gave them gold cards. I'm not joking. Gold cards. All right. Grand rising to you too. My brother Rodriguez. Got grand rising to you too. And I'm trying to get that name. It's a big name. I can't say that name. I don't know how to say that name properly. I wish these people stop blowing up my phone when I'm sitting here trying to tell the people about the people. So, so you have now Africans, a multitude of Africans sleeping on the sidewalk in Toronto, Ontario, fourth largest city in North America, with the backdrop of the hypocrisy that white refugees get first-class treatment. In fact, a gentleman that they interviewed at the time, a white man, said, "We treat dogs better than we treat these people." That's what he said. We treat dogs better than we treat these people. Let me tell you something. When the Syrians and when the Ukrainians came here, Justin Trudeau made sure those people were staying in hotels, shelters. Most of them never saw a shelter. They were being put up in hotels with their families. They had checks waiting for them. Their names were there in advance. Canada was writing checks. Justin Trudeau has promised to give the Ukraine $8 billion. Like he has shares in the Ukraine. And so what I'm trying to let you know, and I'm trying to let Africans know, trying to come to these places and claim refugee status, even for legitimate refugee claimants. One gentleman claims that he's being hunted in Uganda because Uganda has just passed an aggravated homosexuality law, and he says he's being hunted, which in this liberal country, I mean, Canada has legalized them cats and dogs getting married. I mean, the gay people in here, they have more rights than anybody. Gay white people, not gay Africans. But it just goes to show you are not stigmatized, marginalized, racialized. Racialized. You are racialized, but you are not stigmatized or marginalized by anything else other than your race. And it just goes to show, like, you think things happening in America are crazy. No. Canada, they'll let you sleep on the sidewalk and just walk by you and say, "Oh, are you okay? We're going to take care of you soon." They won't be like, "Go back where you came from." No, they don't do it. We're too nice for that thing. But the effect of the lack of caring, the lack of access, it's the same. The difference is in America, you can hustle a little bit. You get a little hustle going. Figure out your life. A little undercover hustle, a little easier. More opportunity, more circumstances. Not like that here. Apparently this Ugandan man is a social worker. He arrived here 12 days ago, and he's been sleeping on the street since he got here. And most of these people, a person who's smart about, and you have to do this. You have to do this because when you arrive here and you claim refugee status, and your country's not one of those countries on the list, you have to eat your passport. You can't flush it down the toilet; they'll find it because the plane, it's there. They'll find it. You literally have to eat it. So these individuals come here. They don't have a travel document, and even if they don't have a travel document, they can't put them back on the plane and send them back. Because they will do that right in the airport. They'll put you right back on the plane. Say, sorry, no. Turn you around, keep you in the airport, put you right back on a plane, send you back. But if you don't have a travel document, they can't send you back. Miss Ann, how are you? How you doing? Byron, how are you? How you doing? Bebe Rodriguez, I just saw you. How you doing? So it is notorious for Canada to honor African refugees. In a country that has an incredible amount of room, we literally could take refugees and start new settlements with them all over Canada. They can move them all through the Midwest, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, the Yukon. They can say, yeah, you want to come here? No problem. You got to go live in the Yukon. We'll set you up in the Yukon. It's too congested down here. We'll set you up in Northern Ontario. We'll send you to Sudbury. We'll send you to Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. We'll send you to Newfoundland. There's so much country out here. So much country. It's not like we can't use them. Right? These people are coming here usually with degrees, coming here with skills. They're not swinging from trees coming here. They're coming here with construction understanding. They're coming, listen, when an African comes here, he's not coming here illiterate. He's coming here extremely literate. Extremely literate. So the young, they're calling it the African brain drain. They're saying that young Africans are fleeing Africa. They're educated, they have skills, and they're leaving Africa for opportunity. And they're calling it a brain drain. But so what that means is that wherever they land, you are inheriting all of the skills, all the education, all the knowledge of these young people. You can put them to work right away, and they will work. They're not coming simply looking for social assistance. They're coming to change their lives. However, Canada finds ways to treat African refugees much different than they treat other refugees. A refugee is a refugee. They're a person coming looking for that country to accommodate them, to give them some actual help, some support, some finances. That's a refugee. That's what a refugee is. This is the classification of refugees. I'm not saying that a refugee, everybody needs to be a refugee or whatever. I'm saying that when you come as a refugee, when you're classified as a refugee, when you claim refugee status, when you come from an African country, you are not treated like refugees that come from white countries. You're not, even for real reasons. So you have war-torn, yes, you rescued war-torn Ukrainians. You're telling me that that's the only criteria for refugee status? No, it's not. No, it's not. They're not coming as economic refugees. An economic refugee, somebody says, oh, this country doesn't have as much money as yours. I want to come here and make more money. That's an economic refugee. They're not coming as economic refugees. They're coming as actual refugees who have crises where their lives can be in jeopardy. And bottom line, even if they're not, they're coming from African countries. So immediately, people are saying they're not qualified to be refugees. Anyway, I'd like you guys to analyze that. I'd like you guys to do some research and do some studies. Take a look at that. I came on here really short today because I'm late. But I want you to check out CTV News. Refugees in Toronto sleeping on the street. I'm going to post the link here. Read it for yourself. Comment on what you think about that circumstance. CTV News in Toronto. Refugees sleeping on the street. Right? I know many of us are not pro LGBTQ, including myself. We're not pro that lifestyle. But the issue is that if that guy came from anywhere else in the world and claimed that he was a gay person under some level of life-threatening scrutiny, my goodness, he would be living in a castle in Toronto. Trust me. All right. Love, peace, and here Greece Del K. Brereton. This is the Real Spiel, the Real Spiel family. I appreciate everybody here. Again, we're going to be diving into the altar on Sabbath morning. The altar. I got more for you today, but we're talking about the altar on Sabbath morning. I hope you're here with me. Del K. Brereton, the Real Spiel. Teenage mobile counseling. Take a look at that video. And God bless everybody. To the Cyclopses that are in the building, Earth, Wind, Fire, Spirit, please be a subscriber. Please be an individual that looks into being a member of this page. Be a supporter. We appreciate you greatly. And get me on the beacons. Anything you want to talk about, let me know. Del K. Brereton at Gmail. And bless everybody. I'll talk to you soon.